I fly to America in 13 days. I've spent a lot of time these last few months thinking about home. Not Michigan, not Colchester, not the US, not England, but home as a sort of concept. A place, a community, friends, family, work, school, safety, familiarity, belonging. In a moment of fear and uncertainty, I jumped on the chance to buy a very cheap one-way flight. I thought in that moment that I was moving back to Michigan. But almost immediately after buying the ticket, and after I started telling family and a few close friends that I was coming back, I've struggled with that decision. Did I do something wrong? Why haven't I gotten any positive responses from the countless job applications that I've put in? Did going home to Michigan mean that I was giving up? Because the longer I live in this place, the more I realize that it's not just some far-off dream of living abroad for a little bit. It's become a deep desire to stay and continue to build the home that this place is becoming. I spent a lot of time trying to convince myself that I needed to go to Michigan. I needed time to process everything that had happened this last year. I needed time to try to figure out my life, because for the first time in my adult life, I don't know what I'm doing. But I also spent a lot of time looking at my budget and thinking that I could come back to England for January. My visa doesn't expire until February 5th. What if I got an interview and I wasn't here and had to give up that opportunity? My part-time job at the university was extended first from September to December, and then from December until January. I could make an extra month in England work, and it wasn't a stretch to do so. But would it be a waste of money, a waste of time, too risky? I asked people who I look up to, my mom, my closest friends, my grandparents, my boss, what should I do? Some erred on the side of caution, leaning more towards advising me to stay in Michigan, save a bit of money, be patient. Others leaned more towards taking the risk, hoping that maybe it would be worth it. But none of them gave me a definitive, you should do this, you should do that. The funny thing is that they all seemed to trust that I would make the best decision for me. It is, I guess, my life. I've been listening to a lot of music lately. I almost always have headphones in. I've got them in on my walks to and from work, while I'm working, while I'm doing my shopping, even when I'm writing. I find that silence makes it too easy to think. So I listen to music, because I'm afraid to think of what happens after this. 2 weeks before my flight to Chicago, I took my headphones out. I let myself realize that I'm leaving the country, and I didn't know if I was coming back or not. I needed to make a decision, and I needed to make it soon. Because either I was going to be packing all of my things, or I was going to be booking flights back to London. I talked to my mom again, telling her about flight options I was looking at. I kept waiting for her to question my motives, to ask me if I really needed one more month in England, but she didn't ask. She just listened, asked me to let her know when I made a decision. No questions, just trust. I will be back in the UK on the 1st of January. If I do not have a job, by February 5th, the last day that my UK visa is valid, I will be flying back to Michigan, and I will be staying there until something changes. I know it's crazy. I know that it might end up just being a wasted month of job applications ending in rejection letters, but I'm not done here yet. This is my home, even if only for a little while longer. It is far from perfect, and there are days that I miss Michigan. There are days that my heart feels heavy and strained from being pulled towards two different parts of the world. But at the end of the day, this is a place where I feel at home, and so I need to try. I need to know that I did everything that I could to make it here. And so I'm going home in December, spending time with the people I love and miss, but I'm coming back here, England, in January. And I'm gonna give everything I have to make it work.